So you got to make sure whoever you date, it's someone that you can manage. You can manage their crazy. You can manage the trauma that they have. But you got to have strong boundaries. And you can't set a boundary and then let them cross it over. And then you take a step back and you move the boundary back, and then they step over it and you move back, and I almost fell. Yo, welcome back to the show. This is Kita, Psychopath Exposure. Sarah says they are very sick people. They feel unlovable. They cannot love. They are not attracted to people who genuinely love them. They objectify their sex partners, avoid intimacy, porn, sex chats online, swinging, hooking up, etc. Sex with love is not what they want or can bear. They convert their partners into codependents and caregivers. Get out of it. You cannot fix them. Fix yourself first. Codependency, low self-esteem. You're very right, Kita. And the moment they reject you sexually, get out of the relationship. It's not gonna get better, only worse. Find out why you tolerate this. Did you have an emotionally distant addict parent, perhaps? Did you try to win their love? Did they parentify you? Take this experience to learn more about yourself and heal. If somebody says, I am complicated, I am broken, I'm like that, you deserve better, run. They're telling you the truth and will not change. They ruin the relationship and mess with you. Thanks for sending that in. Thanks for sending. You've been sending out actually a lot of comments, Sarah. Just going to read one more that goes hand in hand with the topic. I believe most normal and healthy people want safety and trust that comes with a monogamous relationship. When people want novelty, swinging, and like polyamorous, chances are high that they have serious mental bonding issues and are no good relationship material. Yeah, you know what? I agree with everything you just said. So thanks for sending that in. We talk a lot on this channel about narcissistic relationships and a lot of the toxic patterns of behavior that go on, how emotionally detached these narcissists, these psychopaths are, just toxic people in general. When your partner starts rejecting you sexually, when they start withholding intimacy, when they start making suggestions about becoming more polyamorous and exploring polyamory in the relationship. Meanwhile, you thought that you were going to have a traditional monogamous relationship. You better cut your losses and go, let me tell you. Because once they play that polyamorous card, I mean, they're basically telling you that they want to explore open relationships, sexual relationships with other partners. Even though it's open and it's out for both people to know, it's betrayal, okay? It's a betrayal. So the person that you're committed to, that you love, that you feel it's your partner, wants to do the wild thing with somebody else. Now, you're supposed to either comply, you're supposed to comply with that request, the easy way, or you can decline and they're going to do it anyway behind your back. And that's why I'm saying you got to run. Once that card has been played, your so-called partner is going to do it regardless. They're just letting you know so that they can get away with murder, right? So they can basically just do it and have you co-sign on it. But they're going to do it anyway. And chances are, if you're dealing with a psychopathic narcissist, they're doing it already. By the time they tell you about it, they've already cheated on you. And if they start cutting back on the intimacy, it's a good chance they're doing it with somebody else. And they're cutting it off to torture you, to punish you, to show you how much power they have over you. Remember, you have been objectified. Maybe you're showing them too much love and they just can't handle that. They need novelty. Okay? They need novelty. They need to be in situations where they do not require or are not, commitment is not required of them because they have commitment issues. If you date somebody that has commitment issues, it's not going to get better for you. Wouldn't it be easier to find someone that wants the same things that you want? Right? Wouldn't it be easier? The problem is when you have, where you don't have access, where you feel like you're living in scarcity, where you don't have options in your life, and you just have one person, you've only bonded with one person, and you're scared to lose that person, and you're scared to be by yourself because you feel that there's nobody else on the planet that's going to love you. So you settle. A lot of people settle in relationships as they start getting older and they realize, damn, going back into the dating pool, it's not fun anymore. It's not what it used to be. Or you're too old and you realize that your options are low. They're running out. I get it. And that's where you compromise yourself and your dignity and your moral code, and all those things go out the window. That's when you settle for someone that doesn't fulfill you, someone that's not compatible with you, someone that's a liar and a cheater, someone that's abusive, someone that's narcissistic and psychopathic, someone that's has a criminal history, a convicted felon, etc., etc., etc. All because you were conditioned and brainwashed that you're supposed to be married at a certain age and you're supposed to have kids at a certain age. And even if that's what you want, whether it was brainwashing or not, even if that's what you want, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to have it no matter what? You don't care if this person's an addict, a psychopath, a criminal. You're just, as long as you have a partner, you're good. As long as you get married, you're winning, right? All right, well, let me know how that works out for you when your spouse is psychotically abusive and cheats on you on the very first day of the wedding, on the very first day of the marriage, excuse me. Let me know how that works out for you. Let me know how that works out for you. Because from what I read in the comments, and from the experience that I've had in my life and the people that I have met or come across in my journey that have dated a psychopath, that have dated a narcissist, that have dated a full-blown alcoholic, a drug addict, a criminal, it's always the same disastrous ending. I've never met somebody that tells me, hey, you know what? This person checked all the boxes of the most unideal person my mom or my dad would want me to bring home. And yet, it's been the best relationship I could have possibly imagined. It's never like that. It's never like that. But for some reason, we think that we're going to be the exception. We're like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, maybe they just had bad luck with their exes, but I'm going to love them more than their father loved them. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be the one that changes them. I'm going to be their white knight. Nope. Doesn't work that way, does it? See, somebody that's mentally deranged, somebody that does not have empathy, that cannot bond in a healthy way, is not a good match for somebody that's healthy and lovable. It's not a good match. Oh, Akira, but why do narcissists, why do they target like good people? Well, it's not that they target good people, like if they're on top of a building with a sniper rifle or anything like that, and they're just trying to find that person. You know what I'm saying? It's just that they're kind people are just easier for them to manipulate, because kind people, their mind hasn't been tainted yet with the evil of the planet. They look at things in the positive way. They give people the benefit of the doubt because they came from healthy families. They came from a healthy upbringing. So they naturally think that everyone is genuinely good. I feel ultimately most people are genuinely good. But I also understand that there is a lot of evil in this world. There is a lot of unresolved trauma. Lots of children that were brought up in toxic environments and situations and in foster homes, and just some people are born with a mental disorder. And as they grow up and they're in these tough situations, it hardens them and traumatizes them even more. And when those people grow up, those are the psychopaths that run the streets. Those are the gangsters. Those are the criminals. Those are the domestic violent abusers. Okay? Those people exist. And those people had to learn how to manipulate, how to connive, how to scam in order to survive. Now, what makes you think they're not going to do that with you? It's easier for them to manipulate and scam you. That's why a lot of you have brought in a deadbeat criminal to stay in your house and not pay a dime of rent. That's why these pieces of crap are able to scam you time and time again, because they've grown up scamming people. They've grown up manipulating. That's what they do best. You see? That's what they do best. Of course they're going to do it when they're in the relationship. See, the problem is that we think that they can do that to everybody but us. No. They're going to do it to us also. They're going to do it to their children also. They don't care. They don't have the ability to love and care for their spouses or their children or their parents the way a healthy individual does. And you think you're going to fix them? Good luck with that. Good luck with that. So, I make these videos for you guys to wake up and realize, hey, first of all, if you're watching a YouTube video like this, this is not the type of stuff that someone in a good relationship is watching. If you're watching something like this and it's resonating with you, that already should be sending off radars that you're in a bad situation. And if you read the comments below, and if you read the comments in all the videos that I post, in all the videos online about toxic relationships and narcissists and alcoholics and psychopaths and all sorts of bad romantic partners and relationships gone wrong, it's always the same thing. It's always the same result. It's always the same unhappiness, the confusion, the frustration, the false hope, and it never gets better. And the only ones that live to tell the tale are the ones that get out. The ones that say, hey, you know what? I'm going to cut my losses. Life is short, and I'd rather go into the unknown and into a new adventure and figure this out than to keep doing the same thing I've been doing, expecting a different result with the same mentally deranged, narcissistic, abusive piece of shit. Those are the ones that live and tell the tale of how they got out, how they got better, and hopefully the ones that can inspire you to do the same. Because we were there as well. And we also thought hey, you know what? Let's just double down on this situation for another year, or for another 6 months, or for another month. And let's see if maybe this time it's going to change. Let's see if maybe this time she will tell the truth. Let's see if maybe this time she won't pick a fight and leave to go cheat on the person that I know she's cheating on us with, or me with. And it's getting worse, ladies and gentlemen, because we are in a society that's breeding narcissism. It's breeding promiscuous behavior, is breeding hookup culture more than ever. Sure, the information is out there, but the stuff you see on social media that's brainwashing the new generation, it's brainwashing even the old generation. It's brainwashing everyone that's addicted to the dopamine hits from all the stuff on TikTok and IG and all that crap, even YouTube. It's not getting any better. So it's up to you to fix your picker and pick somebody that complements your life. Pick someone that's not that fucked up, because let me tell you, at some point everyone has something. Either they're bad or they've dated someone bad and they've got some trauma and they're trying to work on it. They're in some sort of recovery program. They've got a history with some crazy person, and that changes people. So you got to make sure whoever you date, it's someone that you can manage. You can manage their crazy. You can manage the trauma that they have. But you got to have strong boundaries. And you can't set a boundary and then let them cross it over. And then you take a step back and you move the boundary back, and then they step over it and you move back, and I almost fell. Damn it. And you move it back. It would have been funny had I fallen on my ass. I would have left it too. I wouldn't have cut it. But yeah, that's the thing with boundaries. We set them, they step over them, we set one back. They step over it. And it's like at some point, it's like, it's a joke. It's like the boy who cried wolf. You know? Hopefully you read that story. But at some point, it's like, well, I'm not going to believe you anymore. You know, and the boy got swallowed by the werewolves. Or something like that. Anyway, I hope this opens your eyes some way, somehow, and you leave the person that's supposed to be your safe place, but instead it's your most dangerous place. I hope you can find the courage to leave, to walk away, to run if you have to. I can help you. I have a coaching program where we can talk about this and we can devise an exit strategy for you. We can put together a plan, a step-by-step plan for you to find that courage and execute on what you most likely have been wanting to do for a long time. You just didn't have the strength to do it. And to fully understand what type of toxic, abusive narcissist you're dealing with. Because let me tell you, a lot of you think that having a good conversation with your narcissist is gonna somehow change things, and all we gotta do is just have a good talk. I gotta cry a little so they can see how much I love them, and then things are gonna get better. And I guess you don't fully understand that you're dealing with a predator. You're dealing with somebody that is wearing a mask in that relationship. They're incapable of truly loving you, and showing them any more signs of weakness only empowers them. Having a conversation with them about how much you're suffering and how the stuff they do is messing you up psychologically how much anxiety you have because of either their withholding of intimacy, or their gaslighting, or their obvious cheating. It doesn't work with a narcissist. It does not work with a psychopath. You can't negotiate with these people. You can't talk your way out of the abuse, okay? So if you're interested in talking more about this with me privately, I have a link below in the description. It's this thing down here too. Reach out and we'll coordinate some sessions. Thanks for sending in those comments, Sarah. I appreciate it. If you guys also have a story you'd like to share, please feel free to drop it down in the comments. Probably make a video of it in the future. That's all we got for today. So hope you guys are having a great day. This is Keita with Psychopath Exposure. Don't forget to download the free ebook on how to go no contact with your narcissist. I also have a link below in the description for that. And I'll see you guys next time. All right, have a good one.